Hey everybody, my name is John Wayne Comunale. It's my real name. Anytime I introduce myself, I have to give a preamble about that. I'm from down the road in Houston, and I'm going to do a reading from a book that I did that just came out called The Porn Star Retirement Plan. So I want to give a little just setup to this. This is a story about a young man named Gary who has no purpose or drive or direction in his life until his favorite porn star from when he was a kid first started jerking off, comes to this town to film a bukkake. He puts in the lottery to be one of the participants. Wouldn't you know it, he gets in. When he gets to the bukkake, things don't exactly go according to plan. But through all the adversity, Gary does triumph and find his place. So, here we go. Gary walked up to the glass door that had been covered over in black butcher paper. The glass was so filthy anyway, the paper really wasn't necessary, but Gary figured they wanted to cover their asses. He looked around before pulling the door open, thinking there didn't seem to be too many cars around, especially if there were supposed to be like 92 dudes along with the crew and the star herself. Maybe everyone else felt so good that they decided to walk as well, or carpool. Just inside the door was what appeared to be a makeshift waiting area. A handful of men, not half as well dressed as Gary, shuffled around the small space trying to look nonchalant. A pungent mixture of body odor and pineapple hung limply in the warm, uncirculated air. A black curtain was pulled across the opening leading to the rest of the office space, and the bright light escaped from small gaps between the curtain and the doorframe. Gary figured that this is where they'd be filming and suppressed the giddiness he felt rise in his belly with the thought of Christine, just a few feet away from him. "Hey, buddy," said one of the guys that looked homeless. "You, here for the bukkake?" "Yeah." "Yeah, yes," said Gary, looking around for someone in charge. "Are you?" "Me," said the guy, coughing into his hand. "I fucked that broad 18 ways to Sunday. I've had my fill, believe me. Besides, this kind of flick, let's just say it's not my style. Anyway, here." The man shoved a clipboard in Gary's face with a tattered sheet of paper attached, adorned with a few random scribbles. "What's this?" "It's a sign-in sheet and a waiver all in one. You gotta sign it if you wanna be in the thing," said the man, gesturing to the curtain. "Oh," said Gary, accepting the pen from the man's hand, the same one he had just coughed in. The crumbled, yellowing paper had only a few other signatures on it, including Dick Bigley, Big Dickley, Dick Dixon, and Sir Ram Boner Comes Alive. The other signatures were illegible. Gary hesitated for a moment, but signed anyway, and he used his real name too. He was proud of what he was doing, and he wanted to make sure he got full credit. "There doesn't seem to be too many people here," said Gary, handing the clipboard back. "I thought there was supposed to be like over 90 of us or something like that." The man chuckled as he took back the clipboard, tucking it under his arm and shuffling towards the door. "Don't forget your pen," said Gary, holding it out. "Keep it." With that, the man was out the door, leaving Gary alone in the waiting area with his soon-to-be co-stars. Just as he was about to start making small talk, the curtain opened momentarily, flooding the dim room with blinding light. It closed quickly, and when Gary's eyes adjusted, he saw a young brunette with big, perky tits holding a tray of tall glasses filled with a pale blue liquid. "Drink up, boys," she said through a plastered-on smile. "And there's more where that came from." "What is this?" said Gary as he sniffed the rim of the glass, trying to deduce that this was the source of the pineapple smell. "I know," said the girl. "It is good, isn't it?" No, Gary stammered for a moment, confused about if this girl misheard him or was just choosing to ignore him. "What is this? This drink? What's in it and why are we drinking it?" "It's for the shoot," said the girl through a creepy fake smile. She was clearly annoyed at having to talk directly to Gary, but maintained the facial expression. "It was covered in the contract and the waiver you signed. Didn't you read it?" Gary wrinkled his brow, trying to figure out if this girl was being sarcastic or not. Conversation was starting to give him a headache. Contract? Do you mean that wrinkled sheet of paper that homeless guy had us sign? I don't even think there was writing on it. He just walked out and... Gary stopped, noticing the cold stare directed at him from the girl. Her eyes were sharp and angry like poisonous darts, but her smile remained unwavering. What her eyes were saying didn't sync up with her smile, making it look like the two features didn't belong on the same face together. Her appearance was becoming more and more disturbing with each passing second. Gary noticed the other men in the room had picked up their drink, shuffled back against the walls, quietly sipping the blue concoction. Why in the hell was he analyzing this so much? He was literally here to jerk off in the direction of a girl to completion and blow his load all over some part of her body while being filmed. Never mind, said Gary, shaking his head. You're right. You're right. Thank you.